If you're looking for the best pregnancy tests, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have first response early result. No one likes to wait to find out if they are about to have another baby. That's why you need to give first response early results a try. These tests are commonly just called for by those who are actively trying to conceive a child. Many consider these tests the gold standard of pregnancy tests, which is why so many women only purchase this brand. First response claims that they can detect an early result as soon as 6 days before a missed period. It's the most sensitive over-the-counter pregnancy test that you can purchase. A quick look at the manual shows that FIR can detect all 4 of the different forms of HCG found in urine, and the results are highly accurate. Aside from the early results, I do like the curved handle, which makes it easier to pee on the stick without getting urine on your hand. Each pack comes with 3 tests that are individually wrapped. So, that means you can try again if you want to take a few extra tests. It does come in a digital version, but that version doesn't detect as soon as the standard line test. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Wondfo pregnancy test strips. If you plan to be testing a lot in the future, Wondfo pregnancy test strips are the cheapest bulk tests you can purchase that are still accurate. These strips are tested without the plastic applicator. All it is in the absorbent tip of a standard test. So, to use a Wondfo test, you need to dip the test into a cup of urine. Some women don't like having to dip a test into a container. The results appear slowly, but within 5 minutes, and these tests have a sensitivity level of 25 μ/ml. Overall, you pay less than $1 per test, so that's hard to beat. The number 3 position is held by Clearblue Digital Pregnancy Test. Here is another choice for the best pregnancy test by Clearblue. This test is the fastest, displaying results in just 1 minute. That's perfect for when you're just too excited and impatient to even wait a few minutes. Clearblue Rapid Results is easy to use. There is a white, color-changing tip that goes from pink to white to let you know that you used it correctly. Clearblue added a flood guard feature that prevents user errors. One downside is that some women claim that these tests give off more false positives than other brands. That might be because of how fast the results are given. Each box contains 3 tests so that you can double or triple check the results. Next at number 4 we have ClinicalGuard HCG Pregnancy Test Strip. Here is another choice for strip pregnancy tests. ClinicalGuard tests are cheap and straightforward, so you can use them as much as you want without any worry about spending too much money. While their price is appealing, it's essential to note that ClinicalGuard tests don't have the lab-verified accuracy as other, more expensive tests do. So, while you might not have the independent accuracy information for these tests, millions of women can vouch that they do well. ClinicalGuard claims that their tests can detect HCG around 25 μ/ml. That's not as sensitive as other tests, but it still varies from pregnancy to pregnancy. Many say that ClinicalGuards are the easiest to use, but everything else about these tests is the same as other strip tests, such as Wondfo. The number 5 position is held by Clearblue Rapid Detection Pregnancy Test. If 3 whole minutes feel like a lifetime to wait for a result, the Clearblue Rapid Detection Pregnancy Test might be for you. The test delivers results in just 1 minute. However, while the results are speedy, you should still wait to test a week after your missed period. The 2011 study mentioned above showed only 64% accuracy on the day of the missed period. And while this test is widely available and easy to use, we found more reports of false positives with this test than any of our other choices, based on online reviews. A false positive on a test can be an emotional roller coaster, so it may be worth waiting a few extra minutes with one of the tests better known for reliability. This pregnancy test comes 2 per pack. The number 6 position is dominated by Clearblue Digital Pregnancy Test. One common complaint with pregnancy tests is that they can be confusing to read. How many lines mean positive again? Is that a second line or just a reflection? It's not fun to play the guessing game at what is likely already an emotional time. That's why the Clearblue Digital Pregnancy Test can be super helpful. It has a flashing countdown timer so that you know exactly when it's ready to read, and it spells your results out in words, rather than lines. This test also claims to be sensitive enough to test 5 days before your missed period, and certainly may be in many cases, but will be most accurate if you wait until after your period show started. In fact, In the 2011 study we referenced earlier, this digital test detected only 54% of pregnancies on the day of a missed period. But Clearblue may have improved its technology since. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Pregmate Pregnancy Test Strips. Another solid test strip option, the Pregmate Pregnancy Test Strips are a bargain at about 30 cents per test. If you are trying to conceive and will be taking a lot of tests, this can be a good way to go. Some of the tests with more bells and whistles can add up fast. These simple strips are fairly easy to use, easy to read, and accurate if taken near your missed period. They can work up to 5 days before a missed period, but for the most accurate results, it's probably best to wait until after a missed period. However, because they are budget-friendly and come 50 in a bag, feel free to test away. The number 8 position is held by Easy at Home Ovulation and Pregnancy Test Kit. If you're TTC and want a little more info at your disposal, you can actually purchase a pregnancy test kit. This one, from Easy at Home, includes 10 pregnancy test strips and 40 ovulation test strips. Ovulation test strips work just like pregnancy tests, but they check for rise in luteinizing hormone, LH. This tells you if you're likely to ovulate in the next 24 to 48 hours, so you know when to get the baby making on. Then, 2 weeks after doing the D, you can use one or a few of the pregnancy test strips to see what happened. This is a budget-friendly option if you're going to be doing a lot of testing for ovulation and pregnancy without having to buy a bunch of separate and more expensive tests. You can also download the company's free app, which helps simplify tracking your cycle. Next at number 9 we have First Response Early Result Pregnancy Test. This test from First Response is our top choice because it delivers reliable, easy-to-read results up to 6 days before a missed period. In 3 minutes time, you'll get the confirmed read you need so you don't have to sit around wondering. Data shows that the First Response Early Result manual test findings are especially accurate because it can detect all forms of the different types of HCG, the pregnancy hormone found in urine. Studies show that first response tests are able to detect HCG in 76% of users 5 cycle days before their expected period and detect 100% of the hormone on the day of the missed period. Not to mention, it is compatible with the free, easy-read app for further confirmed reassurance of your results. And speaking of the results, with the First Response Early Result Pregnancy Test having over 99% accuracy, the brand has garnered something like a cult following of women who have returned with each new believed conception. And while it should be mentioned that this at-home pregnancy test scored 4.7 out of 5, only due to cost in light of the occasional 1 digital out of 3 testers in its package giving a different read, one can bet that the overall lot is accurate time and time again. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Pregmate 100 Ovulation and 20 Pregnancy Test Strips. For people trying to conceive, this pack of ovulation and pregnancy tests can be a massive help. You can use the much-loved Pregmate ovulation strips to figure out when the ideal time for intercourse is, and afterward, you can easily determine if you were successful with the pregnancy test strips. This product is no fuss, accurate, and budget-friendly, making it a no-brainer. That's all for today. We upload baby product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.